You know those times where you're suddenly hungry to the point in which your body decides to take you for a little ride to find whatever food there is to eat, and you kind of end up binge eating. I talked about this in a video a few days ago, and I think I called it scraping the barrel for nutrition. And the theory that I have right now is that obviously I'm overweight, but maybe the reason I'm eating too much food is because the foods that I'm eating are not fulfilling the nutritional requirements of my body. And so there might be certain nutrients or vitamins that are currently low, and my body's just trying to seek these things out. And so obviously when I eat a bag of Sour Patch Kids, I'm not fulfilling anything besides the calorie need for my body, which I have fulfilled already. There's plenty of calories stored in my body right now. Anyway, it got me to thinking though. I really enjoy eating a Big Mac. And I had been watching Dr. Eric Berg's videos, and he likes to eat 4 eggs every morning. And I thought, I like eggs. And apparently eggs are a very good source of nutrition. That has all of the fatty acids or whatever you need. I don't know. This is all new to me. I guess it's not new, but it's the first time I'm paying attention. Anyway, it got me to thinking, if I was to eat 2,000 calories of Big Macs versus 2,000 calories of eggs, where would I end up? Like, what is the difference from a nutritional perspective? I mean, all this information is online, so I decided to look it up and try to figure it out. And here it is. Here's my spreadsheet. So on the left side, in this left column, you see I recorded calories and carbs and all that stuff. Honestly, didn't care too much about this. Was much more interested in the vitamins and minerals and things that you can get. And so here's the recommended intake. I didn't complete that, but you can see this is in milligrams. So when you see this would actually be micrograms, like 2.5 micrograms. And then these values are for the Big Mac. Oh, like right here. And then these values are for the egg. And of course, a Big Mac is around 540 calories. And an egg is around 60 calories. And so I took that, and over here, I guess I should have filled this in, but I didn't. And I can't think of the word because I don't know. I can't. But let's just pretend instead that instead of eating 540 calories worth of a Big Mac, I ate 1,000 calories worth, which would be about 2 Big Macs. And over here, an egg is 60 calories. So let's pretend that instead of 60 calories worth of eggs, I ate 1,000 calories. And so these numbers, these are also ratioed up. And so if I was to eat 1,000 calories, which one of these is really winning out as far as nutrition? And so if we look at vitamin A, right, at first glance, you look at a Big Mac, you've got, 0.12 grams, where the egg has 0.06 grams. But you've got to remember that egg is much smaller. And so when you multiply it up, right, the Big Mac only gives you 0.22 grams, where your daily recommended intake is 0.8 grams, whereas the egg, for 1,000 calories worth, gives you 1.06. So, I'm going to change this from 1,000 to 2,000, because that would be more appropriate for me. And I think I said that at the beginning of the video. So even at 2,000 calories, the Big Mac doesn't give you what you need for vitamin A, whereas the eggs do. Pretty crazy. B1, the Big Mac wins out there, and the eggs are a little bit behind. But here's B2. The eggs have some really, really big quantities of this stuff. It's pretty crazy. And you'll notice I had this use column because I was trying to work out what these different things do. And one of the ones that's interesting to me is B12, metabolism, red blood cells, and nervous system. And this is one that they recommend that you take. In fact, B vitamins in general are something that they recommend you take if you're feeling lethargic, just like you don't have much energy. And you'll see that, The Big Mac is going to give you 0.007 grams, whereas the eggs for B12, they're giving you significantly more, 0.046. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Now, in either case, you're still meeting the requirement, but it does make you wonder. And so, yeah, I thought this was very interesting. The choline recommends you get 400, and so the Big Mac's going to give you 239, whereas the egg is going to give you 4,800. There's some real differences. So it's clear from this. It's clear from this that eggs have a lot to give, right? And so I'm trying to make it so that every morning when I wake up, I actually eat some eggs. And that is easier said than done, because there isn't a part of me that wants to cook eggs in the morning. But Michelle and I were talking about this, and we figured that it would probably also be good if the kids ate eggs. So she's going to scramble some eggs in the morning, and I'm just going to eat some of the ones that are scrambled then. I really need to get at least 2 eggs, and maybe I'll try to do 4. But I did do that this morning, and I really didn't find myself binge eating, So that was pretty cool. Now, another thing that I haven't considered is organic eggs. Different types of eggs that you can get. Apparently organic eggs, when I just Googled it, they will give you even more nutrition. They're much richer and like free range. Obviously the eggs are coming from the chickens, and depending on their diet and different things like that, the eggs are going to be of a different quality. And so that's something that is pretty interesting, but it's also hard to, it's hard to match the information that you find online to the actual eggs that you're buying in a store. So there was one more thought I had about this, and that is with bioavailability, which conceptually I think I understand. It's like if I take like these vitamins, right? I take these vitamins every day, and on here it says, vitamin B6, 4.3 milligrams. Well, if the bioavailability of this is 50%, my body can't absorb 4.3 milligrams. It's going to be able to absorb more like 2.15 milligrams. The bioavailability of certain foods is low as well, but apparently the bioavailability of cooked eggs, I guess scrambled eggs in this case, is very high. And so when you look at the Big Mac and you see, oh, this is the nutrients and everything that it has, that doesn't take into account what your body can actually absorb, from the bread, from the meat, from the cheese. And so I don't know what that is for the Big Mac, but these numbers, preliminarily, I can't even speak. These numbers initially look like, close / the egg kind of wins out in some areas. But if the bioavailability of the Big Mac is low, then that kind of pushes the egg even more in the other direction, right? So I don't really know. It's just stuff that I'm looking at right now. I'm going to continue to eat scrambled eggs in the morning, and we're going to keep seeing if that has any impact really on my weight. And when I say my weight, I guess what I'm really talking about is my hunger and my need to just eat, which I haven't felt that way today. So I'm curious if that will last or not. Anyway, that's all I got. It's 9 minutes, much longer than I planned. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.